If you want to, yeah.
This is a Buccaneer made in Brough near Hull, so it's a local one. Hello.
Oh yeah, just go steady because platform's a little bit on the wobbly side.
No problem. Could you film me trying to get in here? Could you film me getting in here?
Yeah, I can.
Right, so it's...
Right, leg over. One, stand on the seat. Other foot on the seat. And then put one foot down either side of the control column. Yeah, onto the floor. There you go.
Thank you.
There you are.
Right, what have we got?
What you got? Well, this is a 1950s, 60s fairly standard instrumented aeroplane. Everything starts down the left-hand side behind your left shoulder, down there with fuel switches and that, and you start off by putting those all on, and then you work your way up and make the switches as you go around left to right. So down here you've got trim switches, you've got the undercarriage and flap settings on there, and then you've got your main instruments in the middle. And then you've got your standby instruments up the top left hand side, and then the fuel gauges are the dual instruments that go down the middle there. And then, yeah, those are the engine instruments. You've got HP, RPM, turbine gas temperature, and LP RPM, and then oil. And then down the right hand side there, you've got your fuel gauges there. Then your fuel, all the fuel switches. The standard warning panel there, you would have your radios there, and then other stuff down the back that you don't really use very much. And then on the top here,
there's loads of... Could you shine your torch down there? There's loads of stuff back there, isn't there?
Yeah, that's your anti-G system, your oxygen system.
Yeah.
And everything else on there. Yeah. And then up on the top here, you've got your precision ASI, deck landing ASI they used to call it, your weapons sight. You then have a G meter there, which is, a radio altimeter there which is missing, a G meter which is missing, and then that's your blow system for over the wings to keep you flying.
Right, thank you.
So, yeah. That's the aeroplane.
Yep.
Easy.
There you are then.
There you go, thank you. What's your name?
Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
You're welcome.
Right, that's what we're going on next. And it's just here. It was a gate guardian. That means it was on display outside of an RAF base as you drove past.
Yes.
Where was it?
Patrington was one of the places.
Patrington.
It's the other side of Hull. You're from Hull area.
I am, yeah.
Patrington was...
Could you film me jumping in there?
Yes, sir.
So what is it, two hands on here, jump on the seat?
Yeah. Foot on the seat.
Oh, much easier than the others. I'm in.
Yes, just sort of operate the control stick. So backwards and forwards.
Is that the squeaky bit?
No, that's the ailerons. So side to side is ailerons, that's the squeaky bit.
Right.
So if you just go fully to one side, if you push it to your right and look out your right shoulder onto the wingtip.
And then is the other one doing opposite?
Yeah.
Hydraulic though, wasn't it?
Hydraulic assistance. So all the controls are run by rods up to the point of where the power's needed.
Where's the gear down?
Gear down will be one of the selectors. I don't know which is the gear down, but the gear's permanently down.
Right. Can I?
Yes, of course you do.
Right guys, wobbly step, you bang your head, it's your own fault.
This is the Nimrod.
Just stand there, mate.
Yep.
We do.
ready, gent. Just stand there, mate. Come on in. Welcome aboard Nimrod XV250. What do you know about Nimrod? Right, I can tell you whatever I want, mate. Can't I? This should be actually correct in the head, and I've said it 500 times today. So, Nimrod, we're an island nation was built to defend our seas, yes? Built in the 70s, this one was built in 1971. Flew here straight from Ox in Afghanistan at the end. Primary role initial was finding submarines. How to find submarines, you do like a fisherman does, you build a net. And what you do is you build an electronic net using these things, show the boys. Have you seen the film Hunt for Red October? Yeah. Thank God for that. That takes about 20 minutes off my time. No mistake. Right, two types. Well, there's more than two types, but we only use two types. There's passive, which is the male one, which just listens, drops in, it listens, and then there's the active one which pings. Bing, bing, bing. So, on a sortie, we could carry up to 300 of these. We're going these thick shotguns, like a revolver, two on either side. That one goes all the way to the floor, and I'm not lifting it out. This is one of the smaller ones. Basically, you would set your depth in meters, 30 metres, 140 metres, 300 metres. Load them up, arm them, go along, pre-programmed machine, just bang, 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 and drop them out. You have a net 10 miles long, 5 miles wide, 300 metres deep. There it is. Fly through the air, little parachute comes out, hits the water, salt water in road tax flood, factory terminals, you all know the rest, yeah? Salt water. So a wire would go down with a microphone and a listening device into whatever you set it, and it will now just sit there. So you build this net 10 miles long, 5 miles wide, however deep. Some are pinging, some are listening. There's a little rubber, like donut, floats on the surface, and it just holds this canister on the surface. Little aerial pops up like a dog's tail, transmits the information back where you will see it further up. At the end, when that battery runs out, they sink. We don't get them back just because, honestly, when you get a load of Gretas on board, you get really angry. A Morris must have about 1 million of these on the sea. Okay, once they're gone, they're gone. Between 14 and 40,000 pounds each one. Right. You've got to defend your interests, haven't you? Okay. So you fire them all off. Seats facing backwards. As ground crew, in the military, it's told which way you point. And it's actually a safety feature. If you crash, it gives you your back protection. On city airliners, you don't have that job, you know, you wouldn't pay your money for it backwards. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move up to vents now, using the most important part of the aircraft, the galley. As we go through the aeroplane, the guys will explain the various points, and you'll see how, once these are dropped, how we gather the information further up. So if you want to make your way further up the vents, he'll tell you the joys of bin bag salad and honkers stew.
Hello.
Sit down, John.
I'm okay.
You alright? Right, so welcome to the galley. You're my first up, so I've got to remember what I'm going to talk about. So I'll talk about the crew, how long they flew for, the type of things they ate on board, and the facilities they had. So let's start with the crew. 13 normal crew, could go up to 25 with passengers. And they would fly normally between 8 and 10 hours, but then they could extend that with air-to-air refueling, fly for a lot longer. So obviously they needed to feed themselves during that time, and this is the facilities that they would have. So we've got our stove here, a stove, you know, a pot. Down here we've got the oven. Bear in mind we're cooking for 13 to 25 people here. And then we've got a fridge down there, hot water, sink. So they were enjoying the Air Force to fly. Nobody taught them to cook. They left home They knew what they knew. That booking, they weren't taught anything. So it was done on a volunteer. Well, not a volunteer. They did it in a rotation. So they'd all take turns in doing it, including the pilots. They'd have their go. And like I said, they knew what they knew when they left home. They weren't taught anything about booking. So some of them were really good ones, some of them weren't. And they were issued with these. I look over here. This is where you
Okay, right. I shall pass you along to Fletch and tell you about what happens down at the business end. Although this is the most important.
Hi, Fletch.
Hello there. Where you are now is that's the acoustic station as you just passing there. That's all the information from the sonar boys is collected here, yeah, and displayed on those screens. How they work it out, no friggin' idea. But all the acoustic information comes to them screens. Here we have the routine navigator, whose job it is basically for to get the aircraft to its destination, wherever it's going. Behind you there's the radio operator there. And all the information there is sent on punch tape from the teleprinters. Here we have the tactical navigator. His job here is to basically all the information for weapons that he needs to select, use, the height he needs to be at, etc. is all done from here. You can release the weapons from here, and this chap here is the captain who is basically in charge of here. That's it.
Are these fuses?
They are circuit breakers.
Oh, yeah, fuses.
Circuit breakers.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
It's like a fuse, only it trips, doesn't it? Fuse will blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what years all this stuff from?
70s. 70s and 80s. In your own time, if you want to go forward, you can see Tam in the cockpit there.
Thanks, Fletch.
You get a smell when you come on board. It's a nice hydraulic.
Hello, Tam.
How's it going?
Good.
That's it, the toilet. See, you found the main place. You
I
found
did.
the toilet.
I did.
So I'll wait till this moving a wee bit and then we'll get them.
Can we go in here?
No, can't go in, no. You can stand there one at a time and
Yeah.
you'll all hear me and then you just can all come in. So this is the flight deck of the Nimrod. Pilot, co-pilot, air engineer. It has 4 hydraulic systems, 13 fuel tanks. The hydraulic systems duplicate each other, so there's 2 for every system, just in case there's problems with it. As you can see, the view for the pilot and the co-pilot is rubbish. Absolute rubbish. 2 buttons on the control column, C and N. When we used to ask, it was for dropping the torpedoes, etc. We used to ask and say it was conventional and non-conventional. If you want to believe that N stands for non-conventional, you can. You can. It's old-fashioned, but it did the job for many, many years. And they should never have removed it out of service, because there's nothing, even to this day, can touch what this did. You can see all the banks of switches. This one man, the air engineer, has to do.
Yeah.
So when the 2 pilots, yep, excellent at their job. He controlled everything, the balance of fuel, pressures, air pressurisation, keeping you cool, keeping you warm, all came from this one man.
Engines run on this?
Oh yeah,
Right.
this is still fully functional. Is it running? Yeah. It's fully functional and we maintain it as such. Again, we have aircrew who are part of the team, and they will come along and sit in the seats and ground run for us. They will ground run for us, but crew chiefs are all engine men, and all senior NCOs in the Air Force are all trained to ground run engines. So I've ground run this numerous times, and when you right, have you good rest of the night?
That's the Dakota. No, it's not. It's the Nimrod. Busy now. We're underneath one of these. Which I'm not going to make a knob of myself and tell you what it is. You can see the cues now. Let's go outside so we can get on some outside. That queue don't look too bad. Let's go on that. Are you in this queue?
No.
Are you guys in the queue? Right.
Bring your chair with
Yeah.
you.
I thought the queues would be a lot bigger, but this is a Jaguar. It's capable of supersonic speed, 1.4 Mach,
1.6.
1.6 Mach maximum.
Which is just under 1,000 miles an hour.
Right.
Wouldn't do it for very long, didn't have the fuel for it.
Okay.
And only at altitude, of course.
Could you film me
Yeah.
inside? Right, so what is it? Legging first.
And that is why aircrew are all young and fit and flexible.
Thank you. Right, what we got?
Right, directly in front of you, heads-up display. All of your flight instruments are actually duplicated down here. So you've got attitude, altitude, speed, course, all that sort of thing. But you would really only use those in an emergency if your heads-up display failed. Your main navigation is through the moving map system there.
Would
And
you
you
move
use
that yourself?
Sorry?
Would you move that yourself? Has it got a map inside it?
Oh yeah, it's all there.
Oh, okay.
It's all electronic, but the panel down at the bottom, see those white rotary switches and the red thing? Well, they are what you would use to set your waypoints on the moving map. So change the scale, click onto where you want to be in a minute and 37 seconds time, then onto the next point and so on. The problem with it was, with that being so low down, people were leaning forward a little bit, and of course with your right hand on the stick, as you lean forward, you're pushing on the stick a little bit, and if you're doing 400 knots at 150 feet, you very rapidly find yourself flying underground.
Right.
By your left hand, here, that's the throttle.
Right.
So if you put your left hand on that, push it forward.
Me?
Yep. Push it forward until it stops.
I think I've... Is that the brake?
Yeah. And if you then pull that lever in front of it in, you can push it forward some more, and that's reheat.
Right. Well, does that give me the supersonic? Does reheat give you the supersonic?
Yeah.
All right.
But it's also, the Jaguar is underpowered. You would also use it if you were tanking, because the probe is on your right hand side, right in front of your right hand engine intake, and so that means you're getting dirty air into that engine, which reduces its power hugely. So in order to compensate for that, you have to use reheat on the other engine to be able to keep up with the tanker aircraft.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have this engine on then?
Well, you'd have it on and it would be doing what it could, but it wouldn't be a great deal.
Yeah, yeah. What's this?
These are circuit breakers
Okay.
of various sorts.
Where's the radio?
Radios are down by your right hip. Yeah. And in front of the radio is your weapons panel.
That's this. Oh, yeah.
Black and yellow thing.
Yeah.
So you can set up on there what you've got on each underwing pylon, what order you want them to fire off in, what delays you want to fire them off in,
Yeah.
and then when it comes to it, press the red button on the stick and away they go in your pre-programmed sequence.
Very good. So there's the
In
radio.
front of your weapons panel, you've got your engine instruments. So
Is that
you've got-
here?
That's it. That half dozen panels, half dozen dials there. So you've got fuel load, RPM, and exhaust gas temperatures for your two engines there.
Right, lovely job, thank you. Oh, could you take me a picture? Inside this is the Dakota. I'm coming.
I'm going to say you can come in.
Thank you.
If you will hang around a while, you'll get to see in the cockpit.
Lovely.
There's someone in there.
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
moment.
That's what I've come for. This is uphill, this.
This is equipped for paratroopers, as you no doubt guess.
Yeah.
Keep very well, click the parachute to that, yeah, and out we go.
There he is.
Aye up. Oh, aye up. It's only my mum and my brother.
Take it steady down the steps.
I'll tell you what, you want to get on that Nimrod, Jeff?
We've been in Harrier.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have you?
You've forgotten your bag.
Oh, I thought Jeff had it.
Oh, you've got your bag.
It was camouflaged, it was black.
That could have ended up anywhere. Then.
Okay. Can I sit in the seat?
Of course you can.
Amazing.
Just mind your head on the radio in front of you.
Got it. This?
Yeah.
That's a radio, is it?
Well, it's direction measuring, distance measuring equipment.
Wow.
It tells the ground now where you are in relation to where they are.
It's very dark, isn't it? Oh, it's brightening up a bit now.
Well, when the power's on, it would have lights
Yeah.
to see the instruments.
Oh, what a shame it's not a bit brighter.
But it is dark. Outside, it's okay. It's
I
just
wonder if
dark
I
in
go
here.
like this. Not available.
It's in fine pitch for takeoff.
Right. And what's the T?
T for throttle.
Throttle. And
M for
M.
mixture. For the
I was
carburetor.
going to try and guess, but I'd have never guessed that. I can see a lot better now. Yeah, magic. Windscreen wiper.
Yeah, it's hydraulic. We've disconnected it because it leaks.
Oh.
Well, the thing about hydraulic pressure is it's sometimes a bit difficult to get rid of in the pipes, and we use it for brakes and we use it for flaps, but other things that we don't need, block it off.
Yeah, yeah. Why's it got a sunroof?
It's a good way to get out quick.
Could you take my picture, please, in the
Certainly.
Dakota? Right, we're going on this one now. What is it?
It's Dragonfly.
Oh, a dragonfly. Yes.
Yes.
This is a what? A meteor?
No, it's a vampire.
Vampire.
It followed the vampire. It
Yeah.
followed the meteor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can do that.
Right.
Could you film me trying to get in, Derek?
Which button
It's
do I
doing
press?
it. It's doing it already.
It's doing it. Yeah. Put two hands on top of there. Stand on the seat. Lower yourself down, and there we go.
Wow, it's tight, isn't it? Does the seat not go back further?
No. Oh no.
Right.
It's squish seat.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you'd have your legs up there, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Your
the
legs go forward. The rudders, things are down there.
Yeah.
But if you can imagine, you've got your flying gear on, and another chap at the other side.
Yeah.
We're a bit cosy.
This is some sort of.
It's like a little head-up display thing.
Oh, okay. What would it tell you?
Probably where your angles and things are. I'm not. But I'll have a look when we go down.
Okay.
But your basic instruments are in the middle, because with it being a single seater, they would originally add singles. That's why your altimeter, compass, and everything is slap bang in the middle.
Yeah.
But you can both see them.
Is that a choke?
It's like a choke, yeah. Then you've got your radio.
Where's the
Everything
radio?
would be duplicated. The radio
Yeah, this one, yeah.
is that one there, yeah.
It's a little bit better than the Dakota, but still not as good as the Nimrod, the radio.
Oh no. If you think about it, it was designed in the 1940s, around about 1941. I think they tested the first one in 43, came in service in 46, just after the meteor. But a lot of the technology for such as the radio, instrumentation, everything, is exactly the same as what's on the Second World War aircraft.
Okay. What's this? Just rubber wheels down?
Yeah, they're for your flaps and things like that.
Is wheels down just this red one here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you say, it is cosy. It was originally designed as a night fighter. That's what the original design was, for a single seat fighter, and it was designed with a single engine, which took a little bit of convincing the Air Ministry about it. They weren't too happy. Because as you're aware, jet engine technology was a little bit slow at that time. So this had a single one. Pardon?
How many engines has it got?
One.
One engine.
One. Originally designed by a guy called Alfred, but then it got modified to be the Goblin. They did try one or two. They had to modify them slightly with the Rolls-Royce Nine, which came out at the same time. But the majority of the British ones had Goblins in them of various marks. I think some of the later ones had the Rolls-Royce Ghost. No, was it Rolls-Royce? Maybe that's wrong. And the actual cockpit area forward of the engine is actually constructed of wood.
Right.
It's exactly the same construction, slightly better than what was on the Diavlon Mosquito. Main difference with that was the aluminium was used to better adhesives and things.
Right, very good, thank you. So 2 hands on here.
2 hands on there,
Yeah.
pull yourself up, stand up onto the seat. You're okay, you'll be fine.
Go up on the seat.
Yeah, step out.
Well, that's much easier than that helicopter over there.
Yeah. So you. So I'll let you.
Thank
you can edit it.
Alright, I will. Thanks very much.
If you want to see the engine, the actual engine,
Oh yeah.
thing with these as well was the actual, you couldn't run them too long. You can go around the back of the
No, it slid away from the shaft. You can sit in the front if you want.
I know, it's a bit tight.
Yeah.
I will do.
You go
No.
on to the right, there's a bit more space.
Is
You
there?
can stand on that canvas, it's all right.
What's these capacitors for? Are they bullets?
Cartridges are the distress flares.
Oh, are they?
They
Right.
used to carry a distress gun, flare gun, used to fire through that tube.
Oh yeah.
So those flares are red and green in colour. So whichever, if they were red, obviously it's distress.
What's this
Green.
one?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not all that up
Okay.
on helicopters.
It wouldn't have been
On the
fun.
rescue ones, they used to have like a boom coming out here with a winch down the side. And they used to have a strap, call it, to winch over the head and shoulders and under the arms.
Yeah.
And then they used to winch, the pilot down, pilot up, like that. And if the pilot was okay, you could come inside. If not, they used to have a stretcher down the side here,
Oh yeah.
just
Yeah.
to put them in.
What's these three for down here?
Sorry?
What's these three for? Probably operated them with your foot, did you?
Yeah.
And of course they'll move, won't they?
Yeah, you got, well, you need 2 hands and 2 feet to fly a helicopter.
Yeah.
Your left hand on this control here.
This one, all right.
And it doesn't now because it's all stuck. But it would pull up and down, and the hand grip there would twist like a motorbike foot.
Oh yeah.
And that's what it would do. It would increase or decrease the engine.
Right.
By pulling it up and down, it would alter the pitch of the rotors and make the aircraft go up or down. Right hand on the centre stick, just like in a conventional aircraft. That would, pushing it forward, would make the aircraft go forward.
Yeah.
Pulling it back, go back, left and right. And then your 2 feet, left and right foot.
Yeah.
If you pressed on the right hand, it would turn the tail round, side to side, and vice versa. So you had to coordinate 2 hands, 2 feet to fly it.
Yeah.
Quite difficult, really,
Yeah.
to get coordinated.
Is there a radio?
There would have been, yeah.
Somewhere gone now, is it?
Chap in the back used to have the hoist switch here, so the chap in the back could use the hoist while the pilot was just